Whoa there, it's your boy TPT, man. I'm back at it again. Appreciate y'all boys taking the time to make a pit stop at the vent shop. Here where we keep it hot like a broken AC. What that mean? No filter. Yes, sir. TPT back with another TPT. What that is, a talking point topic. And here, bro, I got to chop it up with y'all boy, wrap it up with y'all boy. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all my data, my analysis, my thoughts, comments, rebuttals. And this is an attempt for me to present my biblical beliefs and studies and my hypotheses and my opinionated research and studies, biblical studies, as to why I feel like Yah is the one and true creator and is the one and true worshipful grand master, the one and true creator, and how all other religions try to take from his characteristics, just like they venerate Cush, Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz. They also take characteristics from the one and true Yah and put it in they sky gods and they thunder gods and they fire god, Woody Wat the Bear, and they Baals and they gods and whatnot, and whatever the case may be, and put it on Nimrod. But this is an attempt for me to explain the left hand side, you know what I'm talking about? So I got these accusations. I'm gonna blow through them and try to go over them. You know what I'm saying? Try to be neat, sweet, brief, and complete. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, I'm just go over these accusations as to why people feel like they can't obey and worship the God of the Bible, Yahweh, Adonai is who they call it. You know what I'm saying? So before I get into these accusations and go over these Bible verses, first point I just want to make is that the whole world is a stage, like William Shakespeare said, bro. This is God's script, you know what I'm saying? This is God's stage, this is God's play. We are characters. We play roles in his script and his play. You know what I'm saying? The world is a stage, and he can make editorial decisions and changes to his script as he sees fit to. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, bro. And my second point is that that what free will is, bro. People like to say narcissism likes to twist it up and say that the serpent really set us free, but that's really false and really backwards and really malarkey, because that's what we're made for. We are made to be groomed and use our free will to be the perfect bride, so that y'all knows that it's true. You know what I'm saying? Yes, angels have free will and they was able to turn, just like Lucifer was able to use his free will and rebel, but their punishment, they don't get no recompense. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no way out because they had a specific role. You know what I'm saying? Our role was free will. So when we make decision not to listen to y'all, God, like, who I'll just be sitting here waiting for you, because he wants to genuinely love on all his creations, but he knows that he's putting all his creation, his human being creations, to a test. You know what I'm saying? And that it is what it is, bro, because he's grooming the perfect bride, bro. And that's what free will is. Because if God didn't allow serpent into the garden, then there would be no free will. You know what I'm saying? So we was free. You know what I'm talking about? So people like to flip it up like that and confuse people. You know what I'm saying? But we was already free. You know what I'm saying? We already had knowledge and everything like that. And yeah, so that's my second point. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first one is murder, genocide. Second one is animal abuse, child abuse, animal and human sacrifice. I just lumped that into one. 3 is torture. 4 is theft. 5 is slavery. 6 is PEDO. You know what I'm talking about? 7 is, we gonna say, the fruit, which is grapes. Grape. You know what I'm talking about? 8 incest. 9 cannibalism. 10 betrayal. 11 lying. So the main ones that I'm gonna harp on is the grape, the incest, betrayal, and lying. You know what I'm talking about? Get on that real quick. And so, yeah, those are the accusations. So with the first one, real quick, murder, genocide, bro. People talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, the flood, Anak and the Amalekites, and wipe all these people out and kill the women and children and the cattle, because these boys bloodline wasn't right, bro. That's why. And that's how murder and genocide piggyback on the incest. Why God got to keep the bloodline. That's why the incest is condoned, because it's a bloodline. That's why Leah and Sarah, or that's why it's incest. You know what I'm talking about? But he got to keep that bloodline pure. That's what it is, bro. You got to keep it pure for Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? And think about the great sin. You know what I'm talking about? And as you go, if you read the Old Testament, you can see how God gonna keep spanking us, and the spankings might seem harsh and cruel and like, oh, what, God would do that? But that's how wicked we were, bro. That's how wicked the world was, bro. And as you can see, God is always, and the Old Testament, God stoops down and he even rocks out with us and compromises us, and he punishes us worldly too because we like that worldly stuff and whatever, and he let certain shit slide because we be worshiping other gods, as we gonna get into the Bible verse too. But that's what the murder and genocide come from. Be giant, bro. Any wicked this wicked stuff going on. We ain't got to do the animal and human sacrifices no more. But you got to think, and of course, when you think of sacrifice, you think of satanic evil stuff. You know what I'm saying? All the industry and all that stuff. We watch the band, but back in the G before Yeshua, back in Moses' time, you know what I'm saying, the Bronze Age or whatever, sacrificing to your God or whatever was considered the ultimate way of venerating and showing worship to something, you know what I'm saying? And God used it, and Yahweh used it. When he used it, it was pure because he's the one and true creator God, you know what I'm saying? So he's basically allowing the creator to unlive one of his creations and send it back to him, you know what I'm saying? And of course, the Phoenicians want to take it and flip it and make it evil. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get Baal from, and that's where the Nimrod side of it. You dig what I'm saying? And and they think that they baby going to Baal, but it's really not, and that's for Yahweh to distribute the souls or whatever for the kids. But which is really abortion. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, so we ain't got to do that anymore. That's why Yeshua is the ultimate lamb, ultimate sacrifice. But yes, back in the G, that's how you had to worship, bro. That was his way, you know what I'm saying? And we just hard headed, bro. We some stiff neck people, bro. God gives, and it's a specific way too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It was all strategic and planned out and very methodical how y'all wants us to worship Him. You know what I'm talking about? And we don't do the ways of the other ways of the people. You know what I'm talking about? And, but anyway, moving on. And the theft, when you talk about theft and the land, that's prophecy. And if God and the Canaanites, they were slaughtering and taking land too. And that's what the world is, bro. Everybody take land, right? You know what I'm saying? This is his land. This is his. If you want to get his chosen people the land of Canaan and take it from the Hamites, because the Canaanites are Hamites, you did what I'm talking about. And it is what it is, bro. They Cushites and the Hamites. You know what I'm talking about? That what he wanted to do, bro. I mean, that's the land. And it was all, they were even in the way. They were, you know what I'm talking about? So that what he want to do. That what he want to do, bro. It's his script, bro. You know what I'm saying? So talking about theft, and that what everybody do. You know what I'm saying? And with slavery, you was treated like on some Jeffrey shit, like First Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I'm saying? They treated Jeffrey like he was, you know what I'm saying? He was their family. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you was treated slavery. Your slave was treated to the utmost respect. You know what I'm talking about? And you would treat him like a brother. You know what I'm talking about? Think about arm bearers. You know what I'm saying? Arm bearer. And when Saul seen that a female about to kill him, he told the arm bearer to kill him. And then this arm bearer killed Saul and then killed himself. Like, that's some ultimate loyalty type of time, right? But that what it was like with slavery. That's the type of loyalty that was going on. You feel what I'm saying? You did what I'm saying? So that's with the slavery and shit. And with torture, I think I skipped torture with Jonah and Job, the accusation of torture. That's his test, bro. Trials and tribulations, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's building up soldiers, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Why would he build up a soldier if he ain't got to never fight? You know what I'm saying? That's why the rapture ain't what it is. The day of the Lord is a one time go round. You know what I'm talking about? But that's a whole nother topic for another convo. You know what I'm saying? But so that's torture. So then with the PEDO is, see, back then, bro, with the PEDO, and then people say, oh, Mary was God impregnated. He used his spirit to impregnate Mary, and Mary was 13. Woody walk the bam. Back then, women were raised up to be females, bro. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that it's cool for a 35-year-old man to, you know what I'm saying, a 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old, whatever. But back then, if he was 25, 30, whatever, they were being raised. They raised wives, bro. Like, you dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm talking about? Like, that is what it is, bro. Like, yeah, they were young, but once they hit their period, we know that once you hit your period, you can really conceive, you can really give birth. You dig what I'm saying? But back in the G, bro, like, women were held. They were very valuable prized possession. You know what I'm saying? Now women not looked at possessions no more, but that's where it gets topsy turvy and everything like that. Excuse me. And it is wrong for a 40-year-old man, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, women were raised up to actually be women, and the roles was correct, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was, bro. You dig what I'm talking about? So, and that what it is, bro. And of course, back then, that's how it was back then. That's the times it is, bro. People ain't tripping about same-sex marriage, but people, you know what I'm saying? But it's different. So that's what that was. You know what I'm saying? Back in those times, you know what I'm saying? women were held, they were more respectful, you know what I'm saying? That's why females say chivalry is dead. You females don't deserve chivalry because y'all don't even treat yourselves, like, you know what I'm saying? And us men ain't even, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, Scooby-Doo, moving on. So, and then going on with I'll touch on the grape one the grapes in a minute, but that harper that piggybacks on incest, you know what I'm saying? They had to do the incest. That's why Abraham uh is the grandfather of, you know what I'm saying? It's all incest. I basically Isaac and Rebecca, I think, are cousins and stuff like that, or whatever, great cousins, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But y'all gotta keep the bloodline pure. Go back to that murder genocide with these giants and everything, these Nephilim. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta keep the bloodline pure for Yeshua. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the incest come in, because you gotta keep the bloodline pure. You feel? You know what I'm saying? So that's why they had to plot. That's why he had to weave through the bloodline of Shem, through Jesse, to get Yeshua, through David. You know what I'm talking about? So that's where the incest come into play. And with cannibalism, that would really hijack with the Roman Catholicism, bro. With the Eucharist, the eating of the bread, they really think that you really eating the flesh over and over again and drinking his blood over and over again. But that was a one-time go-round when y'all sat down and ate supper with him. Said, "This is my," you know what I'm talking about? It was representation, but the Catholicism really talking about you really eating. You know what I'm talking about? So that's where the cannibal come into play. You know what I'm talking about? So and shit like that, but and everything. But not one time did in the Bible did I read that they were eating each other in the wilderness, especially with the Exodus and Numbers and everything. And they was stranded. They would complain, and y'all would feed them. He would give them water out of a rock and feed them fish and everything like that. But they never. It's no scripture. And if I'm wrong, you brothers can correct me. But there's no scripture of them boy the Israelites eating each other with no cannibal type of time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so these Bible verses. So now we finna touch on the grapes, accusation, the betrayal, and the line. So with these Bible verses, I'm gonna go ahead and get into. So it's some main ones that I want to go over, but real quick ones that I want to bring to y'all attention. Y'all brothers can write these down, because I'm gonna just blow through these ones. So with betrayal, first off, people like to say John 13:21 when he tells Judas, one of y'all will betray me. You feel me? But basically, people like to say, "Oh, that's how you know salvation is based on betrayal, because if Judas ain't do that, then we'd walk the bam." No, that's just the way God wanted to write the script out. He wanted to include that Judas will betray him, because there goes sin again. And then what he do? He hanged himself because he whatever. You know what I'm saying? Conviction and stuff like that. But no, salvation is not based on betrayal. It's not based on Judas. Judas's betrayal does not make salvation. Does not make it. Does not stamp it. You know what I'm saying? The salvation through Yeshua Christ is not stamped or certified because Judas betrayed him. You know what I'm talking about? So that's John 13:21. That people like to based on that. And then if you go to Hebrews 10:9 through 10, that's where he says, "Here I am, I have come to do your will, and make this holy sacrifice through you." You know what I'm saying? So there goes the human sacrifice, how God gave up his only son, or whatever, and that's betrayal, and he sent the son just to die or whatever, because that's the way he wanted to do it. You did what I'm talking about? That what you boy, that it is what it is, bro. This is the way, bro. This the way, the truth, the light. You did what I'm talking about? That's how he wanted to play out, bro. I'd rather be caught with and be caught without it, bro. So you know what I'm saying? So with Hebrew 10:9 through 10, that's what they harp on. That's what some people harp on. You know what I'm saying? And so and you also got Exodus 10:1, where it says that Yah basically hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and so that he can do the plagues and everything. But when really, if you harden something, what does that mean? It was already hard. So Pharaoh was already not going for it. So God just basically sped it up and was just like, all right, go ahead and y'all boys, he just went ahead and sped it up, bro, like straight like that, bro. So that's what he did, bro. He sped it up for his script to move the play along, because he has a biblical time clock in his head. And they say Israel is God's biblical time clock, which it is, but God also has his own mental, godly biblical time clock. You know what I'm saying? Because he is outside of time anyway. Moving on. So his heart was already hardened. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put that on y'all like that. You know what I'm talking about? And then now we're finna get into Genesis 8:22, right? So Genesis 8:22. Genesis 8:22. I'm gonna start on 20. Genesis 8:20 through 22. Then Noah built the ark. This is when Noah got off the ark and all the animals, everybody dispersed. This is where they finally land after the flood. Verse 20, then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and taking some of all the clean animals and all the clean birds, he sacrificed a burnt offering onto it. The Lord smelled the pleasing aroma and said in his heart, never again will I curse the ground because of humans, even though every inclination of human heart is evil from childhood, and never again will I destroy all living creatures as I have done. As long as earth endures, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, summer and winter, day and night will never cease. So basically, hold on, let me get this bit. So basically, what he's saying is he is remorseful because really he didn't even want to destroy the whole earth, because he knew that they would get on some sinful stuff. But he like, dang, like, I ain't, like, man, I'm surprised even at my own creation. You know what I'm talking about? So that's why he smelled the aroma. He smelled the sacrifices. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because that's why Noah took all the animals, all the clean and pure animals, and then God was like, yeah, it remembered his sacrifices. You know what I'm talking about? Like that. If that's pleasing to y'all, that was pleasing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And Satan gonna take the sacrifice. He took it and made it bad, like straight up. You know what I'm saying? But y'all like, man, like, he said, never again will I call. He was like, it was pleasing. The aroma was pleasing to him. So he calmed down. He's like, never again will I go off script, go off kilter. You know what I'm saying? Because I was pissed off because you guys basically messed up my creation. You know what I'm saying? I.e. the adversary Satan, you know what I'm saying? The free will. He was like, man, I regret. But you know what? Y'all, even though y'all are living in sin, I will never do that again and go off kilter and make an editorial decision by wiping the earth and killing the livestock. And people like to say, and I'm going to jump to the day of the Lord. People like to use 2 Peter 3:10 through 11 and say, oh, well, God said he would never again destroy the earth, but then he says he's going to do it with fire. So God is lying. He's contradictory. No, what happened was God is showing that's why we're made in God's image. You know what I'm saying? Because he is like he gonna get mad too. He a dad, bro. Like he was mad and then he spanked the shit out of real hard. You know, he's like, no, I ain't gonna spank y'all boy like that again. I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're a badass child, I ain't gonna hit you like that again. I'm tripping. Cause he got pops, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what happened with that, bro. Like, and with Genesis 8, and plus that's contradictory. First off, the day of the Lord is a one-time go-round. That was embedded in his script from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The flood was on some improv type of time, and he was really acted out of anger as to how corrupt his creation had became. You know what I'm saying? How every thought, you know what I'm saying, he just wiped it off and started over. You know what I'm talking about? So what he was about to do with Israel too, plenty of times. But then it was talked out. Abraham and them talked them out of it and stuff like that. And Moses talked them down and not wiping them out. You feel me? So God get pissed off with us all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time he was like, you know what? I was already gonna have my day of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? That was already in the script. You know what I'm saying? The editorial change was the flood. You dig what I'm saying? Because he felt like that's what he had to do, and he was remorseful. That's why he repented. He repented to Noah and to his own creation, made a covenant and said he wouldn't do it like that. But the day of the Lord was already in the script, so he's not contradicting because it was already part of the plan. You dig what I'm saying? He's apologizing for his editorial script and getting mad because of who we are in our sin. You dig what I'm saying? So, and that's contradictory. And plus, people can't say that. People can't say that there's no prophecy. The day of the Lord, 2 Peter 3:10 is a prophecy. You can't use a prophecy to prove that God is a hypocrite, but then say there's no prophecy. The day of the Lord is prophetic, is a prophecy, right, of what's to come. You can't say that there's no prophecy and then use a prophecy to make a point as to putting the accusation on how God is a liar and how he's being manipulative, whatever the case may be. So that's Genesis 8. So and then you got so with these 3 verses that I'm gonna get into, and then first off I'm gonna go ahead and speak on the grapes. So we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 22:28. So it says, if a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and grapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay her father 50 shekels of silver. He must marry the young woman, for he has violated her. He can never divorce her as long as he lives. A man is not to marry his father's wife. He must not dishonor his father's bed. So basically, that word, when it says if a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and he grapes her and they are discovered, that word is taken out of context. It's the transliteration or whatever, and this is the NIV of that word is really TAPHS, topaz, or TAPHAS, which means to obtain, to hold, or the word really means to hold, and that same word is can be used to play an instrument, to obtain, to play, because females was looked upon as valuable commodity, prized possessions. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, anywho, Scooby-Doo. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers, really, even though it is what it is. But so that word is taken out of context. That word means to obtain, to hold, and it says in 28, it says if she's not pledged to be married and they are discovered. For, if you discover what that mean you lost. So if they discover what they hiding, so basically if they elope, that word means to elope. If he takes her, because that's what men could do, like it doesn't mean that he put her down and forcefully you know what I'm saying? No, he basically said, I want her, she virgin, okay, she not, okay, let's just come on. And then he just basically eloped, didn't tell the family, didn't go about it how it's supposed to be done, and didn't do it didn't follow the law and the commandments on how to go about doing it. That's how he has to pay the fine, and he has violated her because he didn't go about doing it the right way. Not necessarily that he put her down, and you know what I'm saying? And that word means to obtain, to hold, or to play, you know what I'm saying? Type time, you know what I'm saying? So that's the verse that I want to speak on with Deuteronomy. And then we got these three next verses here that I want to speak on, which talks about the deceiving tongue, and how these are really big accusations that people use to say that God, why would he put a deceiving tongue in his prophet's mouth? So I'm gonna go over that real quick. So you got 1 Kings 22 through 20, 1 Kings 22, 20 through 23. Then you have 2 Thessalonians 2 through 11. Then you got Ezekiel 14:9. So with 1 Kings, so let's jump to 1 Kings 22. 1 Kings 22, 20 through 23. All right. So basically 22 says, one suggested, so basically, I will go out and be a deceiving spirit in the mouths of all his prophets. He said, you will succeed. Go and entice them, says the Lord, and go do it. So basically, that's what the verse 22 says. So basically what's going on is Micah is a prophet. So basically Ahab is going to go to war with Gilead. And so all of his prophets, all of Israel's prophets, because they're split Judah. So you got the king of Judah, Josaphat, and the king of Israel, Ahab. They're split, so they're basically meeting or whatever. And I guess Ahab is telling Josaphat that all his prophets are telling that he's finna win, he's finna go to battle, he's finna win. But Ahab is still being reluctant to go. But Josaphat says, okay, we'll go get Micah, because Micah he a real true prophet, and plus he owned the tribe of Judah, I believe, or something like that. He was a different prophet from the prophets of Israel. So Josaphat said, go get Micah. And then Ahab said, man, I don't really like Micah like that, because Micah really don't never prophesy nothing good to me. I don't really rock with him like that. So Josaphat, bro, like chill, bro. Josaphat like, bro, chill. Don't even say that, bro. Let's go get him, see what he say. So he asking all of his people, like they telling him Ahab, they telling Ahab, yeah, bro, you finna win, bro. Go to Gilead and fight, bro. God said you gonna win. So when Michael finally comes to Ahab, and so basically Michael was being around the bush and really not telling him yes or no. And and then it says the king of Israel, which is Ahab, said to Josaphat, the king, which is Ahab, said to him, how many times must I swear to you? Tell me the truth in the name of the Lord. Then Michael answered, I saw Israel scattered on hills like sheep without a shepherd, and the Lord said, these people have no master. Let each one go home in peace. The king of Israel said to Josaphat, didn't I tell you that he never prophesies anything good about me, but only bad? Micah continued, therefore Hear the word, therefore, hear the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne with all multitudes of heaven standing around him right and on his left. And the Lord said, who will entice Ahab into attacking Ramoth Gilead and going into his death there? One suggested this and another that. Finally, a spirit came forward, stood before the Lord and said, I will entice him. By what means? The Lord asked. I will go out and be a deceiving spirit in the mouths of all of his prophets, he said. You will succeed in enticing him, said the Lord. Go and do it. So basically, what that's saying is that Ahab was wicked, bro. That's why God. And then it says, and then the funny thing about it is, then Zedekiah, son of Kaihanan, went up and smacked Micah in the face. Which way did the spirit from the Lord go when he went from me to speak to you? He asked. Micah replied, you will find out on the day you go hide in the inner room. Then the king of Israel then ordered Micah to be sent to prison. Basically, like, man, go lock that nigga crazy. So Zerubbabel came up, smacked at that, like, but what you talking about, bro? Like, God was just speaking to me. You sure God speaking through your crazy ass, bro? Like, that's why he smacked him. But really, Micah is saying, bro, like, it's giving the vision, you know what I'm saying? Because he's being guided, not I want to say possessed, he's being guided by the Ruach Kodesh of the Holy Spirit. So he's telling them boys, like, I saw God chatting on his throne. He talked to the angels, like, man, how can I speed up my script, my time clock to get Ahab gone up out of here? Because he already done did Woo Wah the Bam. He already did his role. He played his role in the world, in the script. That's God's, you know what I'm saying? His time to be, he must exit stage left, not on the next act, but in this act. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. He making an editorial decision to speed up Ahab's death. That's all it is. That's why he allowed his prophets in Israel to lie to Ahab, to give him a deceiving and to tell him that, yeah, he gonna win, and everything like that. And even after Michael told him, put him on point, put him on G, and was truthful, Ahab still went in the battle, still went to war. So he was already enticed, he was already there. You know what I'm saying? God let it rock out because he was doing wrong, he was doing evil, you know what I'm talking about? Like, come on, man, Jezebel and everything like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So we gonna go ahead and go to keep pushing, go to Ezekiel. So when we go to Ezekiel, when we go to Ezekiel 14, verse 9, right? So this is Ezekiel, so I'll just read the verse real quick. Verse 9, and if a prophet is enticed to utter a prophecy, I, the Lord, have enticed that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand against him and destroy him from among my people Israel. They will bear their guilt. The prophet will be as guilty as one who consults him. Then the people of Israel will no longer stray away from me, nor will they defile themselves anymore with their sins. They will be my people, and I will be their God, declares the sovereign Lord. So basically, Ezekiel chilling. So some of I guess of the wise men or some of the popular guys of Israel, whatever, people, officials or whatever, come and they want to chop it up with Ezekiel. They say, hey, you got a word from the God today or whatever. So they came around him trying to see what God talking about. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back and read previously. It says, therefore speak to them and tell them, this is what the sovereign Lord says. When any of the Israelites set up their hearts and their idols in a wicked stumbling blocks, put their face upon the prophet, I, the Lord, will answer them myself in keeping with their great idolatry. I will do this to recapture the hearts of the people of Israel who have all deserted me and their idols. So he said he just gonna let them keep rocking out, right? So dropping down, it says, when any of the Israelites or any foreigners residing in Israel separate themselves from me and set up idols in their hearts and put up wicked stumbling blocks before their faces and then go to a prophet to inquire of me, I, the Lord, will answer them myself. I will set my face against them and make them an example and a byword. I will remove them from my people. Then you will know that I am the Lord. And if a prophet is enticed to utter a prophecy, then he'll take them out. So basically he's saying, y'all boy, yes, y'all is a jealous God because he tired of y'all boy not listening, bro. Because he set up the way to do it. He set up the rule book, the blueprint on how to serve him, how he want to be served. He don't want you to do stuff they doing, bro. He don't want you to set up these Dagon temples, these Astaroth poles, and these Baal furnaces and stuff like that. He got a specific way he wants you to worship him, and it is what it is. And if y'all boy doing all that stuff, and then you gonna try to go to a real prophet like Ezekiel and try to get the word, God gonna be like, man, God gonna be like, I ain't gonna let him tell you nothing. As a matter of fact, I kill the prophet and take him out and take your ass out. Just let y'all boy know I ain't playing, bro. Y'all won't get a word from my ass, bro. If y'all keep doing this stuff, bro. Cause that's what I pop saying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all boy keep running around these boy, you know what I'm saying? Then you ain't gonna get nothing from me. It's like your son out there thugging, whatever. You ain't finna get that boy no money. You thugging, but you know what I'm saying? You ain't finna come home and come, you know what I'm saying? Nah, hell nah. That it is what it is, bro. So that's why he said, then the people of Israel will no longer stray. Not he said they will bear their guilt. The prophet will be just as guilty, and the people of Israel will no longer stray away from me. So when they see that, then they'll tighten up. You dig what I'm saying? And we always tighten up, but we always fall to the wayside again. We always slip up. You dig what I'm talking about? So, bro, like hell yeah, bro. So that's what that was, bro. So so that's why he put an enticing word, and then both with Ahab and with Ezekiel and the prophet, he's saying he giving these enticing words because y'all boys not about to worship these false idols and then try to play both sides of the fence. You're not finna do it. That's why he gonna put a deceiving tongue in the prophet's mouth and slip y'all boys up, slip Ahab up, and slip the officials of and Ezekiel's time up because y'all boys ain't living right. Y'all boys ain't doing what y'all boys supposed to be doing. So y'all boys want to keep on rocking. Now I'm gonna speed up my time clock. I'm gonna make editorial the changes because your heart is already hardened, bro. It is what it is, just like with Pharaoh. You know what I'm talking about? And then when you got Second Thessalonians, we're gonna jump to Second Thessalonians 2:11, right? So when you jump down to 2:11, it says 10, he says 10 says he will use all sorts of displays. It's talking about the man of lawlessness, which is i.e. the Antichrist. He will use all sorts of displays, power through signs and wonders that serve the lie, and all the ways that the wickedness deceives those who are perishing. They perish because they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion so that they will believe the lie, and so that all who will be condemned who have not believed the truth but have delighted in wickedness. So I can go up and read a little bit more, but that's basically saying like, people want to rock out, bro. People want to turn into Superman with his transhumanism stuff, bro. People want to live, be delighted, and be gay. Not that word, but be happy in debauchery, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that is what it is, bro. Like, and then if you go up, he says, it says, 2 says, verse 3:2-3 says, do not let anyone deceive you in any way, for that day will not come until the rebellion occurs, that the man of lawlessness is revealed. And then it says, when you drop down to 2-7, it says, for the secret power of lawlessness is already at work, but the one who holds it back will continue to do so till he is taken out of the way. So basically the angel spirit, Donald Trump, y'all boys say Donald Trump, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But whoever is basically, so basically it's powers that be that are not going to reveal the lawless one, but he will be taken out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to pray on that and say if that's spiritual or if that person is an actual person or if it's a system that's going to be taken out so that the lawless one can be revealed. Because it says, for the secret power of lawlessness is already at work. The power, you know what I'm saying? Secret power, principalities, you know what I'm saying, is already at work and will continue to do so. But the one who holds it back will continue to do so till he's taken out of the way. And then the lawless one will be revealed, whom the Lord Jesus will overthrow with the breath of his mouth and his mighty revealing of himself. You know what I'm saying? So basically, we want to be delighted, you know what I'm talking about? And that's really all AI is. AI job is basically to change your DNA so that you can, that's what AI is. It's not the robot's not gonna take over the world and kill everybody and woodwalk the band. All AI job is to change your DNA and try to make you a god and to where you're not redeemable. And then towards the book of Revelations, you're gonna be asking the rocks to fall on you, and you're gonna be trying to seek death, but death is gonna flee from you. Why? Because your ass motherfucker, you done took the super serum, and now you're a super soldier and whatever, and now you can turn your AC on by looking at it or whatever the case may, like little stupid stuff like that. That's how they getting us, bro. That's all AI is. That's what their job is to change our DNA so that we're unredeemable. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. That's why it ain't sin, because what's your bloodline? That's why bloodline is so important. That's why they just say white, black, Asian, voodoo, white. The bam, bloodline is very important. That's why they say the son of, that's why they say Joshua, son of Nun. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, son of Jesse or whoever. You know what I'm talking about? Joseph, excuse me. You know what I'm talking David was the son of Jesse. One of the, you did what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's Second Thessalonians, bro, and Ezekiel, and them the main points, bro. But you know what I'm saying? That I just want to harp on and wrap it up with y'all boys about, bro. You know, so I'm gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, bro. But yeah, bro, like, that it is what it is, bro. Like, and the deceitful tongue, y'all's not gonna keep rocking out like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And over time, you read the book of Numbers, like, well, if you just read the Old Testament, bro, that's why it's so important to read the Old Testament. I hate when old heads tell me not to read the Old Testament and just when all that stuff been done away with, woody wop the bam, and all that shit done. Like, look, bro, check this out, bro. Like Yeshua is the true escape. You know what I'm saying? He is the way out. You feel what I'm saying? But that don't mean we got to give up the rules and regulations and blueprints and the laws, bro. Like, straight up, that mean we don't gotta get that shit up, bro. So I just want to go over that, y'all, with y'all boy real quick, man. I appreciate y'all boy rocking out with me, taking the time to make a pit stop at the vent shop. Here where we keep it hot like a broken AC, what that mean, no filter. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? But gonna wrap it up. But that's his left hand side, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is, bro. Like, and he really our pops, bro. He really gonna spank us. Yes, the spank is gonna look severe, but think about all the evil and wickedness we was doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the days of Noah. That's why all that stuff gonna come back, bro. It's gonna come back 10 times fold, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, he got a left hand side. That's all religion nowadays is the telling of Nimrod, because Nimrod is trying to be. They knew about this, bro. They knew about the prophecy of Yeshua. They knew that it would have to be an escape for God to be. First off, they knew the flood was coming. You know what I'm saying? Canaan knew the flood was gonna come, bro. Canaan before Noah. You know what I'm saying? Enoch granddaddy, something like that. I forgot how it go, you know what I'm saying? I had it written down and tried to memorize it, you know what I'm saying? The genealogy. That's why it's important to know geography, where the boys was at, and who them boys is. That's what really history is. Is who are you, where you from, where you at, you know what I'm talking about, and who you worship. That's really the true history. And our history has been manipulated, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Because who are we? We don't know. Where we at, where we from, we don't know. And who do we worship? We don't know. That's why the black people are so loud. The tribe of Judah is lost. That's why they flipped those 3 things, those 3 points, to confuse us, you know what I'm saying? But yes, Yah is the one true God. He's not no Kronos. He's not no Saturn. You know what I'm saying? These are all Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? And some of the characteristics, they come from Yah, what he did in Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Because he did do that stuff. Real talk, bro. You did what I'm saying? He just don't rap with us like that no more, because he said shut the book up for the time of the end time, something like that. But I go on and on. You know what I'm saying? I'm pushing about 40. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the bit on up, man. I appreciate y'all boy rocking out with me, you know what I'm saying? I just want to try to touch on the left-hand side of Yahawah and why he allows things to happen. Yes, Isaiah 45:7, for I create good and evil. I God allow all these things because it's his script, his blueprint, his play. All the world is his stage, you know what I'm saying? So that's why he has the adversary saying he knows what he's gonna do, you know what I'm saying? He's playing a role as well, bro. You know what I'm saying? And we're being groomed to be the perfect bride for Christ, you know what I'm saying? For Christ, for Yeshua, you know what I'm saying? Which is the way which he took a part of himself as God and came down as human form in the form of a son. So he's both, it's his son, but it's also actually him. That's why he sits on the right hand side. So, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this bit on up, man. I'm just going on tangent, spilling y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? Just venting it out with y'all boy, but you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all boy rocking out with me, your boy TBT, and I'm gone, y'all boy.